I've always been a fan of the stories and histories that were about struggle and triumph that came from struggle, and seeing myself reflected in those stories, especially in spaces where you don't often see yourself reflected in the conversation of history. You know, there's a great African proverb that says, "Until the lion tells his tale, the tale of the hunt will always glorify the hunter." And so, if you're a product of, the public school system, you kind of find yourself listening to the tales of the hunter. You never find yourself listening to the tales of the lions. So for me, anytime I learned about someone who looked like me, it was this liberating connection that I was like, oh, wow, look, I'm reflected in this story. So in the conversation about the monuments, it was what I struggled with the most growing up in New Orleans is why are these people, why is this person lifted amongst everyone else? Why is this person on the pillar? Like, what did they do that was of so much value that I can add to myself today? Like, there's so much you can say about Dr. King in terms of what you can apply to your life today. And we can teach kids, we can teach adults, we can say, look, follow this legacy because look what he did. And it's very hard to do that with the conversation of the monuments, with the conversations of who were selected to be celebrated, to be preserved, to be lionized. And so that's why I think a lot of people come in this space and they respond so well to these images, because no matter what your race, what your age, what your background, there's something you can pull from these legacies. Fannie Lou Hamer said, nobody's free until everybody's free, that we're all connected. Paul Robeson said, artists are the gatekeepers of truth, this idea of truth. Like, there's so much that you can pull from these identities that you can say, you know what, I'm gonna apply that to me right now. I just can't figure out how to do that with Robert E. Lee